Hey mate, you're on video. What's going on? What are you doing working inside the car? Aren't we meant to be changing the fuel gauge, sender unit, tank, pump, assembly thing? What's going on in here?
Get the 10 and 1, 2, 3.
Mate, hang on, isn't there an access point? Surely we can just, go through an access point?
No.
Are you kidding me? We've got to pull the whole seat. What were Toyota thinking?
Bring it to them.
Mate, pull the seats and the carpet out just to get to the fuel tank. That's not very good planning. What have we got here? Spare bolt, grab that.
That's good.
Oh, that was one of ours that fell in. Oh, this is one that's missing. Yeah. So we reckon someone's worked on it before recently, I think, by the fingerprints on the fuel tank underneath. What does this look like? Any fingerprints? Any evidence? Always better with the light on. See, people, you can't just access it from here, the hole. Look, if you wanted to, you could get a thing and cut out a big hole and just do it all from here and not drop the tank. I mean, Toyota, please, next time, just put the big hole like a lot of other cars have got.
Cut it here.
Exactly, give us the big access hole. Hey, Kaon could probably do an upgrade to suit all the Prados, 120, 150, two different part numbers, where I suppose you got to do the cutting still and not everybody's that handy, right? Anyway, you'll be blowing that off, all right? Have fun.
Watch out.
Yeah, I will. See a bit more from this side. Right, so that main plug is undone. That's what it looks like. Pretty clean in there. I did put a stupid amount of water up under the vehicle on top of the tank trying to clean all that around, so I think that went pretty well. Better than what anybody ever did for cleaning inside the car. Bloody grotty thing it is. Is that another? Oh, no, so I got lucky on this V6 and the rear tank sender unit solved the problem, but just because this is a keeper, I'd rather spend the money and do the extra work and just make sure it's 100% reliable. So over to the back tank here. Once again, with the stand in position, we'll remove the bolts for the rear cover. The cover comes off first. You've got a 12 mil at the back here they've already removed. He's working on the other one. And 4 12 mils down this side. Pretty straightforward. Removed already. One to go at this side. He's left it till last. There you go. Look at that. Is that a bit of fuel there? Is that water from when I washed it? Still water coming down maybe? That is crazy. That was days ago. That was like 3 or 4 days ago, and I've driven.
Come up from the top.
Wow, so a bit of water sits up there. Yeah. Cool. Oh, it's in the tank guard, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Hey, what's worse? Bit of clean water or a whole heap of dust and dirt falling in your face? Respect people. Just make sure the cars are clean before you bring them into the workshops. People shouldn't be expected to get showered and have all dirt and debris going in their eyes. Look at that, man. That looks pretty clean. Not bad. Bit of water left. It's amazing how long the water sits in there. I reckon that might have been sitting on top of the tank somewhere. When you blew it to make sure it was clean, it's pushed the last bit of water off the top of the tank. Let's have a look and see the top of the tank when it comes topic. I'm just looking at these LSI rotors and you can still see that nice crosshatch in them. Love them, mate. They just look good, mate. They feel good too.
Oh, let's blow all the dirt out.
Get the dirt out of the clips first, yeah. Safety goggles on, everyone. Oh, mate, I can't believe I videoed that. That's it, that's heaps. General warning for everyone using electric tools, throwing sparks near petrol. Be careful. At the moment it's all sealed up, we're okay. But it's something you really got to think about. No more spark, no more power tools near the fuel now. There's water coming from up the top from my cleaning.
I might have to take these off, but let me see if there's a down, right? that. You pull it out.
Don't use cameras when filling up fuel at the servo, but you can use a camera on a phone in the workshop. Everything's okay.
Once I unclip it, then you'll see how it clips on and clips off.
I remember this one.
Pain in the ass one, yeah.
From, yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
One of them was taking half an hour for Kentucky. And another was easy.
You get the brush clean, or make it all clean first.
Yeah,
Clean all this. That's the last connector. That's a pain. We'll give that a clean up as well. Make it easy to. And I put heaps of water up here trying to clean this, and did a pretty good job up here. You can see all the debris still in here. That's why it takes a lot of water. Got all these pockets for dirt and debris to sit in. Heaps of cleaning. And this one, the petrol keeps siphoning out, so I just got that tied up, bit of a contraption. Flintstones style, no fuel tank. And there's that little access hole that's useless, bare minimal. I mean, you know, like I said, if they just put a big hole, you could just do the job without removing the tank and this pain in the you-know-what clip. Let's have a closer look at this so you can work out how they work. I reckon you always like it better with the light on. Right, now, see if I don't get showered in fuel. No, we're all good. Okay, so have a good look at it. Right, so you got sort of top, you got that sort of, have a look at that. Right, so kind of got to pull those sides out. So it's kind of a bit of a hard one to get your head around, but you can see the O-ring seal there. We'll make sure that's clean. I'll get a rag stick in there, clean that, put some molly coat on it, and that'll make it all slip on and off easier next time. But see the side clips, taking notice, right? So those little, they're the clips, that clips on kind of at the side there, right? So, and these top ones, they you know, you figure it out. Hold it still, you look, you figured it out. So this is the little piece that those clips clip over here. Alright. So you want all this clean as well. We're going to give this a good polish up. So that's what it hooks over. So that's not coming out. That's just showing you the clip. It's the last one you got to do while the tank's sort of in the way. When things get older and harder, they don't always work how they're meant to. But I would say if you squeeze there, it's going to sort of help those come out. But so what you want to do, you need to get these two side ones out. So the top and bottom, that's just holding it all together. It's just those side clips is all it is. Pretty straightforward, but can be a bit of a pain in the butt, to be honest. Anyway, have a look around at the connections, a bit different to the diesel. So if you don't have the Toyota special tool or the custom made one, the old school way you used to do it is the hammer and the big flat screwdriver. Just be gently, you know, tap, tap, and keep going opposite sides because they sort of just lock up on you. It does work, you just sort of take it slow and gently. Or you can make up a tool, or you can get the proper Toyota SST special service tool. Anyway, you get the picture. Keep on doing this. This is pretty clean. I mean, you know, lucky I washed it, I guess. But this is damn clean up here compared to the ones I've seen. Is this the cleanest one you've ever seen for an old car?
They're all the same.
Let's see what sort of condition this is in.
I've got to position it so that was facing that way.
Yeah, big plug to the back. Any manoeuvring to get it out will be interesting, or is it a straight out job? Let the fuel drain. See all that plastic, the way the petrol's just When you pull the diesel ones out, they're still white. It's like oil, not... This stuff is just petrol, man. It's good stuff, but it's bad stuff. Smells great though, doesn't it? Yeah, I saw you sniffing a lot over there. I was wondering where all my fuel went to. It's gone up your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting to see how much is left in there. This is actually proving to get pretty good fuel economy, so that's a good part. Yeah, a fair bit of fuel, nice and clean, and a fair bit in there still. Like the gauge said, 3/4. I'd say that was pretty accurate. Let's go look at that old sender unit that just came out. And they say, oh, I'll replace the seal, but look at that O-ring, how good it is. Why would you even touch that? There's nothing wrong with that. Don't waste your money, but up to you. Let's have a look at this one compared to the other one. It's pretty well cooked as well. Might not be causing issues. Hear the squeaky even, it's so dry. Just absolutely cooked as well, compared to a diesel one. I might hit the like button for the quality camera work. I'm doing my best to hold it still. Get it to focus, get the light right. There you go, that's what you're looking at. But of course the pump's in there as well, and we all know petrol vehicles, not picking on the V6, but petrol vehicles, we all know fuel pumps generally might all fail sooner or later. It's a common thing, one of the #1 things that stop petrol vehicles. I just thought it's a good idea to replace the whole thing, 16 years, and back to 100% reliability on your gauges and your pump, but I'll keep this for a spare for me or anyone that needs it. Cheap. A nice new clean white one. Doesn't that look better? Is there any caps on the bottom that we need to take off? Because, you know, these things can happen. Because I just saw the cap on top and I thought, oh. So we'll put all these caps on the other one, just like that. And Bob's your uncle. That's it. Beautiful. We got our angles right. Yeah, it's got little locating tabs there, run, so you can't really get the angle wrong. And I'll get out the way now. Spring loaded, and you'll know when it's home. And it's got all these little safety tabs that you need when you're undoing it. You've got to keep an eye as it comes around for when these little tabs hit that, like as if it's going to come undone on its own. Do you want to hold the tank? Thanks, man. I'll hold this end and the camera. Sounds like something breaks. Going past the locking tabs. You can put some molly coat on the O-ring if you want, but we didn't. Would have been a good idea. Too late now. Well, we didn't have any trouble getting it off, and it looks as good as new. So. It's R&D, mate. In 16 years, this might happen again because it's leaking. And then, I should have changed the O-ring, but I doubt it. You get the picture. Hey, who else watching the videos thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? What do you reckon this little notch there is a marker, and there's an arrow here and an arrow there? And we reckon that feels right. That's our reverse engineering. It happens to be right near the end of the tight side of the arrow.
That's separate.
That's it, exactly. So I haven't looked at the book on that. You haven't looked at the book either, right?
I usually mark it.
We just noticed the arrows and that, and we've sort of put 2 and 2 together, and bada bing, bada boom, baby. Let's put it back together. You know, in the when I used to do the Falcon ones, in the boot of the Falcon, I used to put grease in the end on the thread of this to help it turn, because it was really, like this one was a bit, you know, they just, you know how it was grippy, they sort of hard to go, and then it turns and it's sort of on and off jamming a bit. Put the grease on there. You just got to remember not to over tighten it because it slips easy then. You don't want to bust it, but it just helps it happen much more easily. All right, ready for action, huh? That's it, mate, that's it. Oh. It's boom. Right, so people, if you've got to release that clip, it can be a pain because it's old, hard plastic, but whatever I showed you, what was it? The big fat tabs are at the side. Reconnect everything opposite order of what you took it off. Make sure it's all clipped on properly so it's not going to come off. It's fuel. We don't need any leaks.
Test it like that.
Give it a good test.
In.
I didn't see you test this one.
That one's locked in.
Yeah. What do you reckon
It's
we
locked in because of this.
Do you reckon we should put this one back on as well?
Yeah, put it on.
There you go, mate. Come around. Action. This is action video, mate. Your hands are going to be famous now.
Well, maybe you do the camera this way.
It's all his hands now, mate. You missed out. Had to go up, pump it up a bit more, yeah. There you go. Look at that. Pump it up there. It's a bit low, the tank still. That's all. It's on the stand. Yeah. Beautiful. Look at that. Surprise everybody is the fuel siphoning into these front lines. Pay particular attention if it's petrol, because petrol's pretty dangerous stuff compared to working on diesel fuel.
Oh, can you light me up with smoke?
Yeah, mate. Smoke out, bro. Hey, why stop working when you can keep working and have a smoke at the same time? Hey, it seems to have stopped. Why would that be? Because we lifted the sender out, maybe, whatever, or it was for upside down for long enough. Yeah, that's pouring down from the car end. Gee, don't mix those up. Drip a bit of fuel on the camera, see if it's really myth busted or not. We just myth busted it ourselves. Stop, drop and roll. There you go, look at that. And we'll double check it all afterwards anyway. Oh, look at that putrid old thing. Doesn't it just feel better having a nice fresh one in there? Made all these old tubes and everything. I don't know when they're gonna, how long are they gonna last? Probably forever, being Toyota quality. Right, so you got the the inner side connected, the straps hanging down, and come around. That looks like a pain in the. So you put the bolt in the hole. Bob's your uncle. Pain in the, you know what? Not really. So you might ask yourself, if there was nothing wrong with the front tank pump sender unit, why would I change it? Hey everybody, the answer is right now I can get the parts. They're not going to get any cheaper and they might not be available later, and spending a few $100 or even $1,000 or $2 on the best vehicle ever built. One of the best vehicles ever built, the 120, 150 Prados. Through that range, in particular 2005 to 15. Awesome vehicles, and of course I want to spend some money on them to keep them on the road, because I might not be able to do it later is the answer. So if you think like me, keep watching the videos, hit the like button, subscribe, turn the bell on. And if there's any change to the fuel gauge after doing this, I'll let you know, but I expect it to be the same. And it'll be absolute perfection like a new car for years to come. Bloody beautiful. I'll paint these another day.